So today we are talking about one of the true icons in rock and roll music. This band really did shape the rock industry and really did make rock and roll what it is, and I am talking about Iron Maiden. So we've recently got in 4 new t-shirts, all of which are the original vinyl covers of the album. So we are very lucky to have all of the vinyl covers, and what I thought I would do is I'm going to do a different video for each album to sort of tell you about the history of the album and show you the t-shirt so you can understand the true meaning behind the t-shirt. And honestly, it's really interesting. Like, I like Iron Maiden as a band, I think their music is amazing, but I didn't know the whole history behind Iron Maiden until I started looking deep into the albums, and honestly there are some amazing like sort of history behind each album. So today I am starting off with one of the probably most iconic albums, and that is The Number of the Beast. So this is the vinyl record, this is what their album cover looks like, and I think this is amazing, and it is a true vinyl as well, so I really want to play this on a record player like so bad. And I love vinyl anyway. I think vinyl is the best way to listen to music. And just in case you didn't know, obviously vinyls have 2 sides. You have a side A and a side B. So on side A we have the song Invaders, Children of the Damned, The Prisoner, and 22 Asia Avenue. I think that's how you pronounce that word. And then side 2 has The Number of the Beast, Run to the Hills, Gangaland, and Hallowed Be Thy Name. So honestly, it is such a good record. I pretty much like all of them songs, but my favourite one has to be the self-titled The Number of the Beast. I think that song for me is like the moment Iron Maiden became Iron Maiden. So yeah, so I'm going to read you some of the history all about this beautiful vinyl record that we have here. So The Number of the Beast is the 3rd studio album by the English band Iron Maiden, which was released in March 1982. It was the first to feature the vocalist Bruce Dickinson, and it was the last to feature the drummer Clive Burr. So again, that's already starting off with a bit of history. It was the first album that they ever recorded with a new vocalist, and the last album they ever recorded with the drummer. The Number of the Beast represents the culmination of shock rock aesthetic they'd redefined over the previous 2 albums. So the albums before that, they sort of had created this new sort of rock, and it wasn't until this album came out that they really started to bring out the old school pop punk, which was in fashion at the time and it still is. The Number of the Beast marks the final crystallisation of the 70s prog meets punk sound, with prog getting a slight leg up. A fan's favourite, as well as the band's, it's the albums that they draw the second most songs from when they're performing. So whenever Iron Maiden go live, 9 times out of 10 that album will always be played. Whenever they are performing, they will always play at least 1 or 2 songs off that album. It's one of their favourite albums that they've ever recorded, and I know a lot of Iron Maiden fans, if you're an Iron Maiden fan yourself, let me know if you agree, but I know a lot of Iron Maiden fans love this album because it's the start of Iron Maiden, and it really is like the start of punk rock. And its album they draw is the second most songs from live performances. Their self-titled barely edges it out, only because they always play Iron Maiden at the end of their shows. 35 years later, The Number of the Beast is still the main attraction. So, you know, 35 years from when they recorded that album, that self-titled song is played everywhere. It is an Iron Maiden song. As soon as you say The Number of the Beast, everyone knows you're talking about Iron Maiden. The transformation that Maiden went through while recording and promoting the record is much more deeper than that. The Number of the Beast topped the UK charts for 2 weeks, and also launched them into numerous of other charts. So not only did that song allow them to become big in the UK, it allowed them and opened up doors for different worldwide sort of charts and countries, and made them worldwide popular, which is what Iron Maiden definitely needed. And they also sold 250,000 copies into America in just under 20 weeks. So 250,000 of this bad boy here was sold across America in just under 20 weeks, which is crazy if you think about it, because that's 250,000. That's a lot of records. So Iron Maiden did become very popular as soon as they released this. I personally think it's a classic album. I love this album so much. The only thing I would say is I'm not a huge fan of side 1. My favourite side of the vinyl is side B, only because it has The Number of the Beast, which is one of my favourite songs, and side B really makes you feel rock and pumped up, whereas I think it sort of lacks it a little bit in side A. I'm not saying it's an awful record though, so please don't kill me. There was no other record other than this record here which energised Iron Maiden's career. So this was the one that as soon as they released it, Iron Maiden became so popular, it was unbelievable, all because of this lovely Iron Maiden record right here. And although they have tinkered their sound, they did tinker their sound through a couple of the other records throughout the years. This was the one that they were going for their main sound, and this is the one that they were like, this is us performing, this is what we're going to do, and everyone seemed to love it. So having that said about the record, we have a t-shirt in to celebrate The Number of the Beast, which is actually the record's album on a t-shirt. It's on this black t-shirt with red and white writing. It's got the devil on it, and it's got Eddie the demon skeleton, I don't really know what he is, and then obviously it has Iron Maiden at the top. I think this t-shirt is lovely. I think it's so powerful, and with the album being so popular and so in demand and really a statement, as soon as you wear this t-shirt everyone is going to know what album you're on about. Everyone is going to understand that, yo, that is an Iron Maiden t-shirt, that is Iron Maiden, that's their best album ever, and I love it. And I definitely think for any Iron Maiden fan out there, if you haven't got a t-shirt like this, then this is a t-shirt that you need. It's not a want and it's a need. So yeah, and I absolutely love it. I'm going to pop the link down below for this t-shirt, and I will also put the links down below of all the other Iron Maiden t-shirts for you guys to have a look. Go and check them out, and if you're an Iron Maiden fan, comment down below what your favourite Iron Maiden song is, your favourite Iron Maiden album. If you've ever been to see them, let me know what you think about them live. And yeah, that's all for today's video. Stay tuned for another Iron Maiden theme video, and we'll see you next time.
All Stars Heroes of TV. All Stars Heroes of TV. All Stars Heroes of TV.